Hi everyone. I'm going to play a new deck tonight. As much as I love the Esper Dance deck, I feel like it'll be interesting to mix it up and try a few different things. So I've been playing around with a few options and I landed on Rakdos Aristocrats. It's had a pretty strong showing recently. Hi Becca! And it seems like a lot of fun to play. Basically, the idea is that you sacrifice all of your creatures to a variety of different effects. Priest of the Forgotten Gods is the best one. And ultimately, you can also steal their creatures with Claim the Firstborn and sacrifice them as well. And Mayhem Devil helps you add up some damage. Midnight Reaper helps you draw some extra cards. And yeah, just sacrifice everything. So I'm going to try this deck tonight. And hopefully it's not too complicated and I don't make too many mistakes. But it should be fun to play on the ladder. Becca, how are you and Mark doing? Also, how's the sound and everything? So we're starting at 490 in the rankings. I'm hoping to move up a couple hundred spots. We will see. So this hand is a little bit unfortunate in that I have to start with a tapped land, but I think it's definitely good enough to keep. I got some feedback that it was better without the music. Do you like the music? I am happy to turn it on. Alright, so here, I'm going to play out the Priest of Forgotten Gods. Let's see what I can find in terms of music. Try that one. Alright, and here, I'm going to play out the Midnight Reaper, just to maximize our mana. And our opponent is stuck on one land. How's the volume on the music? Yeah, it's good to have you back. Alright, cool. Alright. So here, actually I'm going to play out the Midnight Reaper and the Cauldron Familiar. And I'm considering sacrificing the Familiar and one of the Reapers to draw a couple cards, get them to sack a creature, and play out the Witch's Oven. I think I like that. Actually, I should attack first, just in case they don't block. I suspect they'll block with some of the 1/1s. And I hope that I have a stop. I just realized that... Okay, I do. So we're going to make them sacrifice. We'll get rid of this and the Cauldron Familiar. So this will draw us 4 cards. Oh, and And a Mayhem Devil is exactly what we are looking for. That was a nice way to restock our hand there. Claim the Firstborn is a nice one too. Oh, and somehow by doing it during combat, I lost the ability to use the mana, so one of the things I'll have to keep in mind as I'm learning to try this deck out. Feels like we're in a pretty nice spot though, because we can play Mayhem Devil now and just start sacrificing a ton of things to wipe their board. They have all 1 toughness creatures, which is pretty nice. So, we'll play out the Mayhem Devil here. Play this. Claim the Firstborn plus Cauldron Familiar seems really good. Go ahead and claim the Shepherd of the Flock. And I learned last time that I couldn't use the mana if I did this during combat, so I'm just going to go ahead and sacrifice now. And this should really clean up this game, I think. I'm going to be able to wipe out both of their innkeepers here. Draw some more cards. Make them sacrifice. Not gonna lie, I'm liking how this deck feels so far. And then here we can play out the Cauldron Familiar and the Witch's Oven. And attack with the Midnight Reaper. And we're just shy of actually ending the game on this turn, so we'll pass it back to them. Oh, alright. Solid game 1. So it looks like they are some sort of Selesnya Adventure deck, or Bant Adventure. I'm not sure what I really want to bring in against that. Maybe 1 Tibalt, just to stop them in case they've got any sort of life gain. Plus, each of these 1/1s, when they die, will be able to take out one of their creatures. That seems really good. And it seems less important to have Rankle, so I'll shave one of the Rankles. And Dreadhorde Butcher, I think, is probably really good on the play, but really not that great on the draw. So I'm going to leave that one out. Becca, what deck have you been playing recently? My goal for this season is to crack the top 10 of the Mythic rankings. So I've got to go on a bit of a heater. Alright, this is definitely keepable. Oh, that's nice. Do you have a bunch of friends that play Commander? So it seems to me like Priest of the Forgotten Gods is pretty much one of your best cards, and that combined with Mayhem Devo is the main part of your combo with this deck. I'm going to attack first and then play out the Priest. I haven't played Paper Magic in a really long time. I used to play with one of my friends back in New Jersey, but it's been, I think, literally years at this point. Alright, so they're slowing us down a little bit. I want to hold this until I find a Mayhem Devil. So here I think it makes sense to attack and then play Priest and the Cauldron Familiar. Play out the Castle Lockthwain. This deck just does so much incidental damage too. Before you know it, your opponent's really low. Alright, Questing Beast. Partially in German, that sounds fun. Alright, so here I'm going to start out by sacrifice. Now I'm going to start by playing the Midnight Reaper. Might as well draw some additional cards here. That's really cool. I've never had any foreign language Magic cards. I know people go out of their way to get them though. Ooh, Claim the Firstborn is nice. So I imagine they'll sack the Fairy Guide Mother here. Ooh, good question. I don't know, I kind of like a Chinese or Japanese one. I just feel like it looks so mysterious and cool. I would obviously have no idea what any of it said, but yeah, I think I might go with some Chinese or Japanese language cards. Did you take German in high school? Alright, and our opponent's already in a really bad spot. I could trade off for the Paradise Druid with the intention of forcing them to sacrifice Questing Beasts if we can clear their board a little bit. I actually kind of like that. I could look to hit a Mayhem Devil as well. Yeah, I'm actually going to trade here. And so my plan is to claim the Firstborn on hopefully any creature they play here and sacrifice their own creature along with one of ours. Haven't done a Mayhem Devil yet. Okay, so they're bouncing our Priest of the Forgotten Gods. We still have other ways to sacrifice, like the Woe Strider. Okay, so here, I think it makes sense to play out a Priest of the Forgotten Gods and a Woe Strider. This gives us a chump blocker for the Questing Beast as well if we need it. And we'll pass it back. I took Spanish and French. No German. Actually, I don't think we even had that as an option. Alright. So here I'm considering just chump blocking and sacrificing the Woe Strider. I think that makes sense. Keep our life total high. Oh, I can only scry with another creature, so just let it die. Oh, a Dream Trawler. That one is going to be trouble. Okay, let's see. There's gotta be a way we can do this. Think it starts out with Cauldron Familiar. Okay. Then I think stealing Brazen Borrower and sacking with those two. Do that. This is interesting because I don't want them to gain life, so I kind of want to sacrifice whatever creature they block with that. Then we don't get to use the mana, however. Alright, I'm going to do it now. Make them sacrifice the Questing Beast. Man, this deck is like a puzzle. Hoping to find a Mayhem Devil here. There we go. So now we can play Mayhem Devil and Fabled Passage. Sacrifice the Fabled Passage, hit them in the face, and play out the Woe Strider to sacrifice whatever they'd gain life with. Man, this is tough. Alright, let's go grab a red. And I think we do have to play the Woe Strider here. And I guess just not attacking makes sense. Then we're dead on our turn. Oh, I can just sacrifice everything with the Woe Strider. This is fantastic. That is a combo. Alright. I like to be surprising, Becca. We found the win. Probably took an embarrassingly long time, but I'm okay with that. Alright, we're learning how this deck operates. And up to 287.